Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Ashish here, and today I'll be covering a classic Sudoku on our channel. So this Sudoku I had constructed for patrons of my Patreon page, and I had sent this Sudoku set, classic Sudoku set just 2 weeks ago. So this was one of my favorite classic Sudokus I have constructed, a really an excellent one, and I sent 45 Sudokus every month to all my patrons, right? So 45 Sudokus includes 20 classic Sudokus, regular classic Sudokus which require just basic scanning techniques. I would say hidden pairs, hidden triplets, hidden singles, and no advanced logic required. But still, these Sudokus will give you a very good time and you'll enjoy solving these Sudokus. All of these Sudokus are handcrafted purely in such a way that you would see these kind of Sudokus in World Sudoku Championships or almost all international Sudoku Championships, right? National and international. And apart from 20 classic Sudokus, I sent 20 variants. So these variants are usually there are 10 or 12 different variants, and I send all those in the third week of every month. So the classic I send every first week of every month, and variants I send it at third week of every month. So 20 variants. Apart from that, 5 advanced classics, those are sent at the end of the month, I mean to say last week, right? So those advanced classics will require exactly one advanced logic in each Sudoku. So if you are really keen in learning a particular advanced logic, for example wiving or swordfish, so every Sudoku, 5 Sudokus, every Sudoku will have only one particular logic, and if you find that intended logic, you will complete the Sudoku with ease, right? So I sent 45 Sudokus in total for a very affordable rate. So if you are really looking forward to handcrafted Sudokus, I please check out the Patreon page. I'll add the link in the description below. Do support me if you can, right? And now coming back to this Sudoku. So as I said, this is one of my favorite classic Sudokus I have constructed, one of my top favorite classics. The logic in this is really excellent. Many top solvers also got stuck at one point of time and were about to guess, even in the Sudoku where you don't need any advanced logic, right? So in this Sudoku you don't require any advanced logic. So I have taken an easy Sudoku compared to what we usually solve on our channel. So these Sudokus doesn't have any advanced logic. So let's see if we are able to crack this Sudoku, right? Of course I know the intended solve path, I know the logic. So please solve this Sudoku before watching the video, and do comment your times under the video, right? I would love to see all your times. And now coming back to this Sudoku, so classic Sudoku rules apply. You need to place digits from 1 to 9 in each row, each column, right? And 3 into 3 box without repetition. And with that we'll start solving this Sudoku. So I see here is that a 5 and a 5 here will give you a 5 here. You get a 5 in one of these two cells. Why isn't working here? 5 in one of these two cells, right? Okay, and we get a 6 here and 6 here. You get a 6 in one of these two cells, that gives you 6 in one of these three cells, right? And a 7 has to come in one of these two cells, a 1 in one of these two cells, 6 would have to come here, and a 6 in one of these two cells. Okay, 8 cannot be here, 8 would have to be in one of these two cells, 9 in one of these two cells. Yeah, so what else you are missing here? Yeah, as you can see here, 9 cannot be here, 9 cannot come here, so 9 would have to be in one of these two cells. That eliminates 9 from this cell, so you get a 9 here, 5 here and 1 here. Wow, that's nice. So that gives you 7 in one of these two cells. Because of the 7 here, you get a 7 in one of these two cells. I'll use the corner pencil marks. I'm sorry, I don't know why the keys are not working. So yeah, 7 would have to be in one of these two cells. That eliminates 7 from this cell, and then you get a 7 here, right? And okay, so what else we can get here? What else? 7, you need to have 3 and 8 here. So this cell would have to be 3 and 8, 3, 7 and 8, 3, 7 and 8, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so exactly at this point, the logic, the one of the excellent logic start here. So here you have to find a hidden triplet. The moment you find the hidden triplet, you can continue the Sudoku. So at this point of time, you need to look out for hidden triplet of 9, 6, 6, 8 and 9 in this row. Where can 6, 8 and 9 come here? Come in this row. So you have 9 and 8 and 6 in both of these cells. So you cannot have 9, 6 and 8 here, right? You cannot have 6, 8 and 9 here as well, because you have 9, 6 and 8 here, right? As you can see, you have a pointing of 6 here in this column. You already have a 9 here and you already have a 8 here. So 6, 8 and 9 cannot be here as well. So there are exactly 3 cells remaining for 6, 8 and 9 in this row, right? You can directly mark that this would have to be 6, 8. This would have to be 8, 9. This would have to be 6, 9, because you already have an 8 here. No other candidates can be in these 3 cells, because these are logged as 6, 8, 9 triplet. This was the excellent logic. This was a very tough one to find, and even after this, the Sudoku isn't easy. Even after solving till this point, even after finding the hidden triplet here, now you need to find some more hidden pairs and triplets, right? And without which you cannot solve this Sudoku. Other hidden pair and triplet was, just a second, I'm just looking for one more logic here. Okay, yeah, so another logic was, after finding this 6, 8, 9 triplet here, you can see that you have a 1, 4 in this pointing in this box. So you cannot have 1 and 4 in any of these cells. So this two cells would have to be 1 and 4. You get a pair here for 1 and 4, right? So which means that now yeah, 1 cannot be here, 1 cannot be here. These 3 cells would have to be 1. 4 cannot be here, 4 cannot be here. These 2 cells would have to be 4, because this is already logged as 6 and 9. 2 would have to be in one of these 2 cells, right? So that eliminates 2 from this cell, 2 from this cell, 2 would have to be in one of these 2 cells. That gives you 2 in one of these 2 cells, right? Okay. Yeah. 2, 5, 8. Yeah, so the next logic here is, if you see here, the moment you get 1, 4 pair here, right? The moment you get a 1, 4 pair here, what can this cell be? It cannot be 9, 8, it can be 7, right? It can be 7, it cannot be 6, 5, 4, it can be 3, it cannot be 2 and 1. So you only have a candidates called 3 and 7 candidates in this cell, right? And now if you see here, 7 would have to be in one of these 2 cells, right? 7 would have to be in one of these 2 cells. 6 in these 2 cells, 7 in these 2 cells, and this cell would have to be 3, 7. Now if you see here, exactly this cell as well can only be 3 and 7. You cannot have 9, 8, you'll have 7, right? You'll have 7. You cannot have 6, 5, 4, you'll have 3, you cannot have 2 and 1. So now because of the 1, 4, so how the continuation, how if you see the loop here, the moment you got a 6, 8, 9 triplet, you get a 1, 4 pair here. The moment you get a 1, 4 pair here, 1, 4 gets eliminated from this cell, you get a 3, 7 candidate here, and this cell already has a 3 7 candidate. So you have a 3 7 pair here, hidden pair. Now because of the 3 7 hidden pair here, you cannot have a 7 in these two cells, 7 in these two cells, 7 would have to be in only these two cells. The moment you get a 3 7 pair here, now this was the awesome thing that I got. I was lucky to find the arrangement of digits was just in such a way that I intended for the 6 8 9, I intended for the 1 and 4. To be frank, I will say that I had intended this logic at the start, and I had created in such a way that I could get you need to find the 6 8 9 triplet, and you will need to find the 1 4 pair here. But I did not expect to find a 3 7 candidate here. I actually had a 3 7. I wanted 3 7 to be here, but because of the 3 7 here, this 3 and 7 gets eliminated from here, 7 gets eliminated from here, and you have to have 7 in one of these two cells only. That was the luckiest thing that I could find in this Sudoku. The moment I got this, I was so happy that it was a really lucky logic that happened in this Sudoku. So after which you eliminate 7 from this cell, and 7 in this box would have to be here only. The moment you get a 7 here, this becomes 3, and the Sudoku is done now. The Sudoku gets completed here easily, right? I actually forgot one more logic here that I saw here. Let me see that if it is still possible. 3 5 8 1 4 7 2 6 9. Okay. Oh yeah, so one more logic that was actually intended was, but that wasn't helpful much. I just now remember the logic here. In this column you can have one more hidden triplet here. That was actually intended, but that didn't help me much because of the lucky find that I got in 3 7, right? So that logic, that hidden triplet wasn't very much helpful, and the hidden triplet that you can see here was 2 6 9 triplet here. Where can 2 6 9 come here in this column? It cannot be in any of these two cells because you have a 2 here, 6 and 9 here, 6 and 9 and 2 pointing here, right? You cannot have here as well because 9 6 and 2 is pointing here. So there are only 3 cells for 2 6 9, and that actually gives you another hidden triplet of 3 5 8 here in these 3 cells, 3 5 and 8. And because of 3 and 5 here, you already can have an 8 here, right? This 8 is actually easy to find because it's a hidden single now. The moment you get a 3 here after getting a 7 here, right? After getting a 7 you get a 3 here. Now this cell can only have one digit, which cannot be 2 3 and cannot be 7, so it would have to be 8, right? And that was the logic here. So because of the 8 here, you need to have 2 7 pair here. 7 is pointing towards this column, so this would have to be 2, this would have to be 7, right? And okay, 8 would have to be in one of these two cells now. Because of the 8 here, 8 would have to be in one of these two cells, and because of the 8 here, you get an 8 here, you get a 9 here, that gives you a 3 here, a 7 here, a 8 here, right? And that 3 gives you a 3 in one of these two cells, so this would have to be 3, right? This 3 cannot be here, this 3 will eliminate 3 from here, so you have a pointing of 3 here, that gives you 3 in this cell, that gives you a 6 here, that eliminates 6 from this cell. Okay, 1 2 and 4, so 2 would have to be in one of these two cells, 4 also will have to be somewhere here. So 2 and 4, I'll eliminate all of these. Yeah, these two cells are 4 and 5, right? So 4 and 5, 4 cannot be in any of these two cells, so this becomes 4 now. Yeah, so that eliminates 4 from this cell, 4 from this cell, 4 from this cell, so this is 4. 9 cannot be here, 9 cannot be here, so this is 9, that gives you a 2 here, that 9 gives you an 8 here and a 6 here, that gives you a 9 here. Wow, now this is done. So this would have to be 1 or a 2. This would have to be 1 or a 2. You have 1 4 here, 3 5 6. 6 would have to be here. Next would have to be 1 2 and 3, right? So 3 wouldn't be here. This would have to be 1 or a 2, and I can directly write that this cannot be a 3. Of course, using the uniqueness trap here, there is a uniqueness trap here, as you can see. So this cannot be a 3. I mean to say this cannot be a 3. This would have to be a 3. But let us go using the logical way. So you'll have a 3 here now. This would have to be 8. That gives you an 8 here, right? Okay. So these two cells are 1 and a 5. 1 5. You get a 5 in one of these two cells. Okay. 2 4 and 5, right? Yeah, 1 2 3 4 7 and 9. This is 4, so this would have to be 7 and 9. 4 and 9, 4 and 7. 1 2 3 6. So 2 3, this is 1 and 6. 1 2 3 6. 6 1 2 and 3. Okay, so 1 8 4 2 9 7 3 6 5. So this would have to be 3, 6 and 5 in these two cells. So this is 5, this is 6, and that gives you a 1 here, a 2 here, a 3 here, a 6 here. And as you can see, as I said, this would have to be a 3. So that gives you a 1 here, a 2 here, and a 1 here, right? And 4 9 and 5. So this would have to be 5. This is 4, this is 9, this is 7, this is 4, right? This 7 gives you, now this will give you a 4 here, a 5 here, that gives you a 2 4 here. So that gives you a 3 7 here. This is 7, this is 3. Yeah, this is 2 and 3 here. So this is 2, this is 3. So 1 2 7 and 9, right? 1 and 7. So 2 and 9. So this is 2, this is 9. That gives you a 4 here, a 2 here, a 1 here, a 4 here, a 1 here, and no, sorry. This is 1 and 7, not 2 and 9. This is 2 and 9. Ha! At last, this is 2, this is 9. That gives you a 4 here, a 2 here, a 1 here, a 4 here, a 1 here, and a 7 here. And with that, we complete this excellent classic Sudoku. So I really hope you enjoyed this Sudoku. If you are really looking forward to such classic Sudokus, please subscribe to the channel Enthralling Sudoku Patreon page. I'll add the link in the description below. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you.